Hi, and welcome to a video by the casual NFL fan, same name on Twitter and all that stuff. And like and subscribe, whatever. Alright, so today we're going to talk about Shemar Stewart. A very interesting player, very polarizing player, but yeah, just an interesting case study on talent and film versus production. Because he did have 1.5 sacks, and talent wise, he's probably going to walk into the league as like a top 10 athlete at the edge spot. He did have a 10 RAS at the combine. No, he didn't do agility drills, but whatever. He still looks really, really good on film. And so he still has his own issues, especially with some technical stuff, but you can see the talent there. Where talent wise, he should be considered for the first overall pick, but isn't for some of those technical issues. And I don't want to say rawness, but it might take a bit longer compared to some other talented edges. And I do think there's some misconceptions with how edges are seen. So a lot of the high-end edges, like the elite guys, want to include Myles Garrett, Max Crosby, Nick Bosa, Micah Parsons, guys like that. I think people don't understand how great they are athletically because they're just all insane as athletes. And technically speaking, like, Crosby's not that good technically. He misses with his moves a lot. He has his two favorite moves, a spin and his double swipe. Builds things off of his double swipe. And even with like movesets too, or bags, like a lot of elite edges don't have a huge bag. There's moves that they like to do, and you're kind of forced into doing other stuff because teams will focus so much on slowing you down with protections and stuff. But yeah, I mean, you just need two real moves and you're fine. You can build your whole game off of it. And you don't even have to be good technically. But yeah, Crosby misses a lot. Garrett, especially early career Garrett, like he would just do funky stuff. He would almost do like the wrong move, but it will still work because he's Myles Garrett. Like it doesn't matter. It's like, oh cool, the tackle's oversetting to stop you from rushing around him, and he'll still just beat him outside because he's Myles Garrett. And the better you are athletically, like I'm not talking about just like elite athletes or even just elite at the combine, which Shamar was, but just elite on tape, elite on the field, where you're the elite of the elite athlete. You could get away with so much BS as a pass rusher. And even Parsons, where in one of the pass rush summits, even said he didn't really care about his first move to knock hands away, just that once he's even with the tackle or in a good spot, he could just beat the tackle off the edge. And that's kind of what happens when you are an elite athlete. You just build your game off of it. And so yeah, that's something that Shamar could do, for sure. Let's get into this a bit. I have about 196 clips to go over Shamar. Gonna go through his whole year. So yeah, a lot of Shamar. I try not to include clips where it's like a run play and he's away from it. Who cares? Or so for pass rushing wise, a lot of what you do is if you get a one-on-one, then you just win inside or outside. You just win. That's your job. But if you're on the other side, if this guy gets a one-on-one, you're either going to be used to contain. You could be one-gapping, just rushing off the edge. You could be pushing the pocket, containing with power, just containing. You could be stunting as a crasher or looper or dropping into coverage. Like there's different things you can do. And your role might be just to find ways to keep the QB in the pocket. And so with that, it means you can't really win now. Because if your job is to keep the QB in the pocket, even though you can win, you're not always supposed to. Because say the tackle oversets and you win inside, which is cool. You know, you get a pressure and a win. If the QB rolls out and rushes for a couple yards, or keeps the chains going, it's not going to be a good win. If a guy gets a one-on-one, like if he works inside, usually the DT is a contained player, which means he just watches the QB. This guy goes inside, he goes outside, so QB can't just scramble out and stuff like that. So a lot of pass rushes are designed to keep the QB in the pocket, not get easy yards or easy access to yards, and just to make him feel a bit pressured, so you can make a mistake and stuff. And so yeah, like a lot of the time Shamar isn't the guy getting one-on-ones, and he's also more of a D lineman. So in A&M, the guys with the hands in the ground are D linemen, standing up are more backers. So Skyrim's kind of like their buck linebacker, if you want to say it like that. And on early down like this, you can see Shamar's in the even stance. So yeah, now I'm probably just gonna start breaking down some of the film and a lot of plays. But yeah, so Shamar's in the even stance, which is more used for run defending. Usually for react attack, where you're just reading what the tackle does. So if the tackle goes here, then you just step there. If he goes here, you step here. That's why you have a square stance. It's easier to step either way versus just firing off the ball. So even stance, the pass play. All right, now contain. And so a lot of the time, what they are doing is, I don't want to say giving Skyrim a one-on-one, but yeah, like he's working here, holding the guard. Skyrim's working here, and then this guy's working in the B gap, Shamar C gap. Shamar just gets a stab forklift, which is Alabama's and Georgia's favorite pass rush move. And so another thing too, especially with some of these D linemen rushing, you kind of see with Michael Williams and some of these like bigger D linemen, where when you are rushing off the edge or rushing inside, you're trying to keep contained, but since you are long enough, you're just watching the QB's eyes. So here, QB's looking at you, get your hand up, try to knock the ball down. And a lot of guys are taught to do that, where you just mirror the QB and try to match his hand. And you can see Shamar do it, and sometimes he overdoes it. He does quite a bit, which is something. Alright, so here, on the left side, it's like they're like half of a split front. Not sure what to call it exactly, but something like that, where you have a linebacker next to Shamar. Okay, so he's calling out protections. Yeah. Good play to start off with. Here he's getting an actual pass rush. He's able to tee off. And yeah. Not much to say. Just kills this tackle. So they do a lot of stunts. So he's faking the stunt by having his eyes inside to slow down the tackle's feet. And he gets off the ball. It's very quick, takes a jab step. Tackle steps down, which slows his feet. I don't know what he's doing. And he just rips through and just runs around this. Now he does get hooked a bit, but he's still able to turn the corner extremely quick. Like right when he gets his ripping, it's almost like 3 steps for him just to turn the corner. And that's one of the main things too, because when you are turning the corner, you either need bend or good hip fluidity, ankle flexion, however you want to say it. But when you're bigger, you don't really need bend as much. And for bend, which I'll just explain the way I use terms, because I know everyone uses terms differently. So for me, bend is if you're bending into the tackle to use his momentum as he's trying to drive you outside the rush of the pass rush arc. you're almost bending into the tackle, so you can run around that, versus you just getting driven upfield. Whereas if you're bigger, like if you watch someone like Max Crosby, who is a bigger end, when he pass rushes and the tackle gets his punch in, he just runs through. He just like runs through the punch, almost like it doesn't affect him. And so with Shamar, like he doesn't really need bend, but he needs a good lower body still. He needs to be fluid in his hips, good ankle flexion to turn a corner, and even here, like he's not really bending into the tackle until here. And yeah, I mean, it's still crazy. Like he's doing this at like 280 pounds. I know he weighed in less at the combine, but he was playing at like 280. Weighed in at the Senior Bowl around 280 as well. And this is the type of play that's like, yeah, easy top 10 pick. But they don't do this enough, sadly. And he just kills the tackle. Cool. Just bull rushing. And one thing with Shamar is he always gets his eyes like like when he pass rushes, he looks at the tackle, works his move, and then he gets his eyes on the quarterback. But he never does at the same time where he has vision on the quarterback or just has like a feel for it. So he's looking outside. And it's like, okay, QB's not here, I'm gonna work inside. But one thing with Shamar is he's always in winning positions. He just doesn't always win. Which he's not always supposed to win. I mean here, like he's killing his tackle here. Some power, work inside as he tries to chop you down. Cool. I'm saying like killing the tackle kind of generously, but yeah. Yeah, this one like cool. You can say this is a win. Tries to do double forklift. Oh, and one thing about Shamar too, like there's so much stuff about him. He has a huge bag. This is already like the third move. Double forklift, get him off of you. Just stumbles a bit. Very stumbly boy. Yeah, a lot of the run plays were away from him, so not gonna say it too much. Tries to get snatched down. Yeah, so same thing where he's faking the stunt. He's running towards the middle of him, jab stepping inside, and then popping back outside to rip through, but doesn't get a good jab step in, doesn't push himself away from the tackle's frame. And a lot of pass rushing, you're trying to work through half a man. Just because half a man is easier to beat than a full man, unless you're doing power moves, which is different. Yeah, tries to get the rip in, messes up. Just forklifts him, gets snatched down. Yeah. If he kept working outside, probably could have just ran into a sack. Okay, here he is as a 3 tech. Yeah. Nice. Pressure with that, cool. So, blocking down here. Treating 3 as a linebacker. Letting the backer get him. Then bring a full slide to the left. And so with Shamar, since they're rushing 4 in, yeah, like a bear front, like usually you rush forward, drop a backer, and so the side that the backer's dropping to, the edge or the 3 tech or 4 eye has to cop outside or contain outside. So his goal isn't to win, it's to get outside as fast as he can to keep the QB in the pocket, so the QB can't just roll out and get some easy yards. So this play's kind of crazy because their first read is run, take a step, alright, it's pass, let me work back outside, boom. Yeah, it just explodes outside like crazy, turns a corner pretty easily. And with this, like he could have turned a corner a bit sharper, but he's rounding it just a little bit because, yeah, has stuff coming his way. I mean, just looking at his lower body, like, all right, work the move, the QB, turn the corner. Like, look at his hips. That's the main thing you could look for. Hips pointed to the QB. Great. Trips a bit. This moves so well. Like, I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't know how you watch him and don't think immediately top 10 pick. All right, run play. Oh, pass play. Yeah, and here's the thing that happens a lot with where they bring a blitz off the edge. He's slanting inside. It's a good slant step. Gains a lot of movement. As you can see here, he's way too high. He has no extension. It's bad. But his goal isn't to win or even to penetrate in a gap. His goal is to keep contained, and he's mirroring the QB. Once he throws the ball, try to swat it down. Yeah. His goal, or whoever the coach says, is, hey, you're containing here. So he's just focusing on containing, doesn't care about being in a great position. Trying to knock the ball down. It's probably early down. 2nd and 8. Yeah. And that's the one thing with Shamar too. He overdoes coaching points, which shows he is very coachable. And there's times where you can kind of see it where he's overdoing something, where you can see, oh, maybe he made a slight mistake or something's done a bit differently, and then he just overdoes it. Which gets a bit annoying because for prospect watching, because it's like, man, like you could be winning way more. You could be making so much more plays if you just were being a player versus just doing what your coach says. But I get it. I get it. He just doesn't want to get in trouble with his coach. And that's fine, like do your job. And this is part of the issue too, like with just the technique stuff, how it just looks so goofy. Trying to do a stab club. And this is good if you have power or can fake power really well. You do a lot of bull rushes or speed of power stuff. But he's shifting his alignment, which kind of hurts his angle and his rush. Since running back's here, running back motion's out. It's on a weird angle. It's the inside stab. And so when the tackle feels power, he's usually going to anchor down and get a double punch in. That's when you club his arm down and force him to lean forward. Makes it easier to turn the corner. But for Shamar, one thing you notice is he does his move, but look at his hips. Why are your hips here? He doesn't turn his hips until after his move. So when pass rushing, whenever you do a move that's like hand fighting, oops. Alright, whatever. Whenever you do a hand fighting move like a club and rip, which is one of my favorite moves, when you work that club in, you throw your hips into it, and when, as you get that rip in, you almost step through to keep your hips flipped. So you do it all in one motion where you club, flip your hips, rip through. But with Shamar, every time he does a move, and then he flips his hips, which means he's way too late on flipping his hips. It makes the angle you have to work around much longer, because if he flips his hips here after he does his move, the angle's shorter versus what he does later where he keeps going forward and now the angle's much longer. Yeah, now he's here instead of being maybe whatever, just drawing a bunch of lines. But it's how you shorten the path to the QB. And so I don't know what A&M necessarily teaches, but it's a recurring issue with Shamar, and that's what makes it tough and why I get being a bit lower on them, because for technical stuff it's like the mind and the body connection isn't there, where you just can't do it all at once. It's I do this and then I do this. He just seems like someone that overthinks things. Yeah, they miss Shamar in here. Gotta include Shamar's good plays. Unblocked, mess up the blocking assignments. I don't know how, but college O lineman. Yeah, he just loves hitting people. So here, bring in linebacker blitz, standing outside, sees it. And with a lot of blitzes, you take your step, read what's going on. It's, oh snap, blocking down, tight end's blocking me. I'm gonna kill the tight end. He doesn't even care about what's happening in the backfield, just I'm gonna kill the tight end, running back still up. Knock him over. Okay. Sheesh, this dude's fast. It's funny too because he takes a little jab step here because he's afraid that he's gonna step down and impact them. So he's trying to like knock his hands away a bit, which slows him down just a little bit, but still. Tim getting off the ball, yeah, that's different. All right, Shamar keeps his feet here. Yeah. Inside stab, forklift. And yeah, so when you do power moves, you generally want your hips to be where you're trying to get power from, or get power to. So if I'm bull rushing someone, like my hips should be pointed in the same direction as I'm bull rushing you. If my hips are pointed to the left and I'm trying to bull rush into you, well now my power is going this way, and you could just like it's not going to affect the tackle at all. Even if the first pop or the initial bull or stab or long arm's good, if the hips are pointed here, his momentum and power is going here and not into the tackle, so it doesn't really affect the tackle, and the tackle could just snatch you down. It's always a recurring issue though, so I don't think it's just Shamar. And because he's a 5 tech, his job is to contain, he takes a step outside. Just wide in the pocket. Oh, and to blitz. Forgot about that. That's a, yeah, so much stings and stuff, but when watching prospects, you gotta look at the full picture to understand what they're doing. So like for edges or D linemen, there's a blitz. He's widening out for the blitz. That's why he's doing what he's doing. And a lot of stuff that players do might be based off of the calls and down and distances and all that stuff. It's important to keep in mind what's going on around them too. But here, bringing yeah, linebacker blitz, Mike blitz, you know, Sam blitz, Will blitz, whatever you want to call them, these backers. So anyways, you can see both the linemen widening out for the blitz. So yeah, he's just trying to contain. It's kind of goofy how he's doing it. He's like over focusing on containing. Like his coach said, hey, you're containing, and he's like, alright, I'm not gonna let you down. Yeah. Shamar just killing the tackle. This, yeah. He doesn't care. Alright, so he's even stance, react attack, mirror stepping. These tackle, take a step down. You step with your inside foot. Inside foot, get knockback, get extension. Nice, nice. And then tackle tries to torque him. So he's like, alright, I'm just gonna kill you. I just love that. Like, you can tell Shamar has a dog in him. He's not your average everyday, I don't know, insert dog. I'd say he's like a Shih Tzu. Yeah, in case you didn't know, I have a Shih Tzu. I don't know, my Shih Tzu's kind of, he can be aggressive. He's calm, you know, chill. But like, he's killed gophers and snakes before. So yeah, that's Shamar. Seems calm, seems chill, but he could just kill you if he feels like it. Alright. Time for New Mexico State. Oh, it's linebacker Shamar. Let's go. And this is something that Shamar is kind of one of the best players in the class with, is sniffing out screens. Like, look at this. They're blitzing him. This team's gonna do a lot of screens. A big towel is a QB. If he just runs straight back, it's a screen. So after the initial punch, he sees, oh snap, he's running straight back. Screen. Just takes out his own player. He's just diving for no reason. That's so funny. But yeah, so Shamar is insanely good at just sniffing out screens. And that's part of the football IQ stuff where he's a smart player. He knows what to do. He knows why. He just doesn't know how. Which is the more frustrating part in here. You just kill his. Oh wait, this is New Mexico. It's McNeese State. My bad. Or McNeese. But here. See, this is better. You know why he has more power? Hips are more pointed to the tackle. Wow, crazy. It's crazy. His hips aren't pointing to the opposite sideline, and he has power. Crazy, right? This is way more powerful. Inside stab. And long arm going. Just drives the tackle back into the QB. He has some issue with getting off here, but like they're running a stunt on the opposite side, gets kind of scuffed. Like his job is probably to, yeah, I try to learn a bit about their defense. I think they call it like more of a constrict rush. We're just trying to just lower the amount of space the QB has in the pocket. It's like pushing a pocket or stuff like that. You're just trying to condense the space. Not necessarily trying to like win, but it's giving them less space to work with, make them feel flush while you have like a me stunt, which is a mic end. Yeah. And then 5 here. He's not really trying to do anything except contain. Kind of like what I was saying earlier, where he's not trying to win, he's just trying to stay here, get some good depth, get some extension, eye the QB rolls out, I chase. Probably a bit late to it, but whatever, like he's on the opposite side of this stuff, like. Yeah, I mean, good rush by Shamar. Alright, this is so funny, I'll have McNeese on the jersey, that's cool. I like that. Alright, Shamar. And this is better too. So it's early down, even stance, hard to get a good get off, more expecting run. Stab forklift. And yeah, this is a weird issue where his vision's here. He can't even see the quarterback, but he knows, alright, once I get a quarterback depth, work inside. Which he tries to do, but this tackle, or this guard just tackles. So. I mean, he was gonna get there anyways, but like I don't know. Ooh, nice. Bad throw. He's not looking to, same thing, he's not looking to win. He's not being allowed to tee off. The other guy, that's because she has Howell 18, yeah. He's kind of given like more of the one-on-one, he's able to win now. Pressure more, just more contain. Contain, push the pocket, give the QB less space. And he does that, and he wins. If you want to say it like that. 35 to 0. Look at Shamar go. Spilling this. Spilling counter like nothing. Makes a tackle in the backfield. Nice. And so with spilling, when you see a puller, there's 2 things you could do. Or 3 things, but whatever. It depends on the front and the space, or how much people are in the box and all your fitters and stuff, but I'm not a huge scheme guy, so I'm not gonna act like an expert on it. More of a D-line guy and D-line coach. More know about the technical stuff. So when you do spill stuff, you're not just spilling it, which the goal of spilling is you go inside the puller, the running back goes outside. And you have guys here to chase him down, to like string things along. Because it means the running back has to run more, but he's not really getting space forward. And you can box stuff, which is where you just like hit the puller, force everything inside. And then there's dancing, which is like a mix of both. But when you're spooling, you're not just trying to run inside of it. If you can, you run inside of the blocker and you rip through and almost like turn the short corner. Which he does. Rips through, turns the short corner, boom, makes a play. Alright. The Florida game. Heck yeah. Already at 30 minutes? Not bad. Alright, there's gonna be a lot of clips in the next 2 games. That I know for sure. Okay, Shamar. Nice. This is just perfect. Okay, when I say it's perfect, I mean perfect for Shamar. Steps with the wrong foot. Should be stepping with his inside foot. Whatever. Still recovers. Gets good knockback. Good extension. Sheds inside. Cool. It just looks easy for him. Even if it's not good. It's a story of Shamar. It doesn't look good, but it just works. And it just is good. Because he's Shamar. Doesn't have to make sense. Doesn't make sense for him either. Oh, geez. Yeah. Crazy. Yeah, 22 gets a sack there. But like, look at this power. Speed, explosiveness. He's just killing a tackle. Just because he can. It's just so easy for him, man. Like, just let him tee off every single play. So if you get into some issues, but like, look at this. Hips pointing the same way as he's using power. Wow, you get more power that way. Crazy, right? Just kills this tackle. I do like Barber though. I think it's Austin Barber. He'll be cool next year. But yeah, so just kills him. Gets extension here. Tries to chase down the QB. He's just too high. He's just trying to grab him like this. Like, come on, Shamar. That sucks. But there's an interview I think before this game or after where it kind of explains Shamar. They asked him, "Oh, how do you feel about your production? Like your low amount of production?" Which, yeah, common question. And he's like, "Oh yeah, just like overthink when I get to the QB. You just need to stop overthinking." He's like, "I know I can get to the QB. I just need to, focus on the QB more and not be like too scared of the moment." Which is something that you can kind of notice on film that he just overthinks a lot. Like that moment, like he gets to the QB and he almost has like performance anxiety or something where he just freaks out. But he could get there. Shamar at nose. It's passing down. Like, yeah. Whenever a player goes inside on passing downs, I don't really count it as like versatility or all that stuff. Like, whatever. Who cares? You could put a safety here. If it's a passing down, it doesn't really matter. Shamar being insane on screens. Just notices right away. So it's like, alright, get off the ball. He pulls me through once he catches his balance. It's a screen. He's so good at it. But yeah, so he did talk about it, and of course there's questions the combine, and he says, "Hey, watch the tape," which is true. And so I just wonder if that's like how he is, where he's just constantly overthinking stuff. It's why he's focusing on small parts. Where if a coach says, "Hey, you have contain," he's like, "All right, I'm gonna contain." And he's just focusing on containing instead of, "Oh, what's the tackle doing?" or "How's the tackle setting?" or "How am I gonna react to the tackle set and his hands and all this and that." Instead of reacting, he's like overthinking. Yeah, so it's a 3-man rush. You're not really expected to win here. Just contain. Same thing. Like a lot of stuff's containing. Trying to keep the QB in the pocket. Like Shamar doesn't really get one-on-ones often, which is whack. So he's faking a stunt, as we've seen a bit before. Jab step inside. This time he tries to like chop and rip through. When he gets to this point, he sees a QB here. He's just trying to knock the ball down, trying to mirror him. Over like 3rd and long, so just, yeah, like that's another part of it too. Like there might be a overemphasis on knocking the ball down versus just trying to win and get the sack, which does make sense. Because if you could knock the ball down, it turns it from 1st and 10 to 2nd and 10. Like you lose it down. Whereas if you go for the sack, the QB could still get a throw off and potentially convert or get yards. So I get it. Yeah, just him being a nice crasher. So he's here. Running a stunt here. Crashing inside and just, yeah, knocks the guard over. Ear holding him. This tackle takes a huge loop though. I get tied off of his ass. I get why, because it's Lagway. He's fast. But still. Ruin a good Shamar crash. Okay. Shamar on left side again. Just being goofy. So he's faking the stunt. Ran a stunt. Whatever, couple plays before. Faking it, jab step to slow his feet, give him the punch. And he tries to swim over. But, you know, huge issues. His hips are basically pointed here. It's not when you flip her hips, it's not just a quick turn, it's now a long flip. She sort of does. I mean, look at this bend. Probably has the best bend in the class. I'd argue. I can't think of anyone that has noticeably better bend. But yeah, and then running back here just messes it up. 4th and 9. No tackle Shamar. Look at him turn a short corner. So here has contain. Skyrim gets a one-on-one. Could work outside or inside, or even through. Yeah, if you call it a 3-way go, I'm gonna hit you for it. But 2-way go, one-on-one. However you want to say it. Skyrim gets it, works inside. Shamar's eyeing the QB. Sees Skyrim work inside. Alright, I work outside. Boom. And as he starts to work outside, flips his hips. Easy. He just makes things look so easy. But it makes easy things look hard. Yeah, containing here. So in red zone, it's hard to get a pass rush going. Like, it's easier just to contain, push the pocket, condense the pocket. And this is where like the focusing on knocking the ball down is more important. Because there's not a lot of space. So you're fine with the balls. Like, or you're fine with not getting pressure or getting a sack if it means keeping the QB in the pocket and getting your hands up. Because knocking the ball down is very important in this situation. Like, most of these dudes are just containing, eyeing the QB, gets the ball off, try to knock it down. And Shamar. Yeah, run defense. Double forklift. Ooh. Good position. I don't know why he jumps here. Whatever. See another move, like, you know, stab forklift, double forklift, jab step into a rip, jab step into a arm over, crossface. Like, he has so much moves in his bag. You say he doesn't have a bag, you're lying. And just speed rushing here. It's 3-man rush. Not expected to win. Just running around. It's so goofy. It's like, there's nothing he could really do to flip his hips unless he just like plants his foot. But he gets pushed in the back, which, yeah, it just looks goofy. 2nd and 5. Whatever. Whatever. Alright. More. Like, what is this, man? Here's another move. Double swipe. So this is what I'm saying with any of the hand fighting moves. Right as you hit your double swipe is when you flip your hips. And when you attack them, you want to be more attacking half of them versus just running straight into them. Because that doesn't really do anything. Because now if you beat him and knock his hands down, well, at best you're going to be like shoulder to shoulder. Whereas if you're on the outside of his frame and you hit the double swipe, well, now you're outside of him and it's easier for you to turn a corner versus this, which is just, I don't know what this is. It's contained because they're running like stunts and a blitz on the other side, so Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what he's doing. He false steps a lot too. He's in an okay position. He just completely whiffs with his hands, and he sees this action. He's looking in the backfield. He sees this, or like this. He thinks, oh, he's gonna cut inside or work inside. Let me shed inside, make a play. Nope. That one's on Shamar. All right. Okay. Wait, what team was this? Bowling Green. Ooh. Yeah, same issue. When he gets his long arm in, there's just not a lot of power because his hips are here. So even though he gets a good pop, let's attack on the bad spot. Like he's in a winning position. Like here, bah, winning position. But he can't do anything with it because his hips are pointing to the end zone. They're running a stunt inside, so he has contain, but yeah. And then if you look at Skyron's making a play. It's like, oh, wide set? Well, I'm just gonna take the easy axis. And that's part of a coaching thing, because either you're being taught to do something or it's being allowed. And so for Skyron, he does work a lot of inside moves like spins and like in the last play, even though he doesn't have a true one-on-one, like he's just making a play. And you can say part of that's football IQ, which it is for sure, like knowing when and how to make a play. And but Shamar doesn't really work inside a lot. And that might be a coaching thing where they say, hey, you know, like work outside or work through the tackle. And I mean, Skyrim did a lot of spin moves in Purdue, but Kashiya's Howl does spin moves too. So it makes it kind of interesting. And so I don't know if they don't allow Shamar to, or maybe they just don't tell Shamar he's able to go inside, and Shamar just doesn't think about going inside. Like it's goofy. Aw, Shamar. He's just trying to get the quarterback. Like he doesn't even know that there's a puller here. Oh, here's a famous play. Nice, look at Harold Fannin blocking Shamar. For sure doesn't get blocked into the running back here. Yeah. This isn't a tight end. That's not a tight end right there. You can't lie to me. But even though Shamar has really good, I guess, feel for screens, he has a bad feel for crack blocks. Just can't feel them at all. Doesn't affect him there though. Alright, Shembob. Nice. Let's attack in a horrible position. Hands are a bit too high, slipping off. Doesn't matter because hips are more pointed to the tackle when he's using power. Looks like he still tries to swat the ball down. In his mind, it's not I'm gonna win, it's I'm gonna do what my coach says. Nice. This is one of his sacks. Look at this. He doesn't even do anything. But because he's so quick and fast, the guard oversets. It's too wide, which makes it harder to go side to side. It's a wide ass punch, and he hits him with a club and rip. My favorite move is a club rip, steps through, easy. It's gotta be so hyped though, like he's one of 2 sacks. Yeah, like this play's tough because copping outside. So his run gap is here. Why he's stepping there first. To run first, then pass. Hop outside. Yeah, I mean it's a stab, but because the tackle's more even, and it just looks funny because like his hips are still pointed forward, but because the tackle's more even, it works here. like he kills a tackle. You can just see all the power in Shamar. He's practically like lifting him off the ground. Like this is just easy work for Shamar. I don't even know if Shamar understands what he's doing, but he's putting the tackle in horrible positions, and the guard has to like spear him. But that part's translatable. Like being able to put tackles in bad spots, and sure, it might not like happen at the same rate, but just having a guy that could just put tackles in horrible positions and could win. That's so tough to find. It's tough to find someone with athleticism to do that. Yeah, just easy. Like every time he sets the edge, it looks like this. Crazy knockback, good extension, vision in the backfield. It's just easy. Like no other way to put it. Alright, pass play here. Same issue. Hips pointed forward. Trying to work inside. Kind of early, but basically a stab forklift. I just think he misses initially. Yeah, he misses with the first forklift. And look at the tackle. Like, tackle can't do anything against this. And instead of trying to kill him when this tackle's in a horrible position, we're still trying to knock the ball down. Like, I'm not mad at Shamar for this. This isn't necessarily a Shamar issue. It's a bit of a coaching issue. Because you could just tell Shamar, like, hey, if you have this tackle on skates, just beat him, like whatever. Probably something similar where, yeah, even stance. We'd run first, pass. Yeah, works inside. Easy win. Like, he's constantly winning. And not even like, it's not like he's winning slow or it's like, oh, he's winning after like 10 seconds. Like, no, it's like instant wins. It's just, yeah. These things don't match up all the time. But here, bringing a blitz off the edge, slants inside. I don't know what he's doing on these. Like, his hands are close, no extension, no lockout. He's driving him back, but he's not even trying to drive him back. Like, he's just driving him back so casually, and all he's trying to do is just mirror the QB and knock the ball down. And the backer has like I think it's like a delayed blitz. I forget what it's called exactly, but yeah. Yeah, Shamar just casually just killing a guard when he's not trying to. Like, he could easily just like win there and make a play, but it's not part of what his job is or what his role is. And whack ass double swipe. As he double swipe. It's so bad. Like, it's so bad. It looks like he just like watched Max Crosby do it one time. And he's like, alright, I'm gonna do it myself. Like, he just like learned about it before the game. It's so bad. Like, you don't want to be here when you do your double swipe or do any hand fighting move. You want to be more like here. Like, your inside foot should be like here. He has contained though. Keeps contained. That's his job. That's what the coach asked of him. Yeah, just turns a corner pretty easily. But the corner gets wider because he's already in a tight 5. So the angle's kind of weird. Has contained because they're running a stunt inside. So he widens out to keep contained. And then turns a corner. Nice. Easy. Makes it look so easy. After making it extremely hard. Nice. I want to see from the wide view. Okay, bottom of the screen. Stops his foot. He's trying to knock the ball down. Coach said that one time, and he just can't stop. Doesn't want to let the coach down. Look at him go. See ball, get ball. Yeah, I mean, Shamar's like so good at looping and stunts. Like, look at this. Taking good steps, getting tied off of his ass, even like smacks him a bit, pulls him through. Like, this is just legit stuff. Like, I don't know how you could shorten his path. Pulls him through to flip his hips. Boom. Dude, Shamar is gonna be such an insane looper. Like that's the thing too. Like, even if Shamar isn't good at winning one-on-ones, he's gonna be so insane at doing role player stuff. Ask him to push the pocket, easy. Contain, easy. Contain with power, he's gonna be great at it. Looping, great. Crashing, great. Like, he could do all the role player stuff great. He's gonna be a good run defender, even if the technique's pretty like iffy right now. And it's like, how is this guy not considered a top 10 pick or even the top 3 pick when the only thing that's an issue is just one-on-one winning, which he's gonna be able to get into good positions because of his athleticism. Even if he's not finishing it, that's fine. Like, you have a guy that's going to be a great role player, good run defender, can get into winning positions. Now you just need to teach him how to finish in those winning positions. I mean, overall, like, that's an extremely good player off the bat. Like, I wouldn't say he's raw. Like, saying a player's raw is kind of like saying, like, oh, he's not good at the looping or all that stuff. Look at him go. He's immediately blitzing off the edge, slanting. He doesn't know which way the screen's going, but he knows it's a screen. Like, right away he knows, alright, something's up. No one's blocking me. Look at him chase this down. Like, he's so athletic. See ball, get ball. I just love that so much. He just wants to kill either the guy in front of him or the ball carrier. And never both at once or in the same play. Yeah, this is just like crazy explosiveness again. He's in an even stance too. He gets the top speed so quickly in a stance that's not made for you to explode off the ball. He's basically killing these guards. Like, these guards are in constant, like, horrendous positions. And I know it's college O lineman. The reps aren't translatable, but the traits are. But you can see the traits by him doing stuff and putting him in bad positions. I don't know what he's doing here. I guess it's one of two things. Either he thinks it's a screen somehow because of a wide set. Because again, times where if you run like a screen, tackle sets wide, it could be that. Or another thing too, which could be a coaching point. If you have a running back or a tight end that releases your side, sometimes you just get a hand out and like pull them a bit. Because it's not considered holding. He does like pull him. He's not really getting chipped here. Like, this isn't really. It's like a slight chip, but it shouldn't be enough to do this to him. It's a weird play. I don't know. I just assume it's him trying to like hold him down, or maybe he thought it was a screen. But who knows? Like, this one looks like he's faking his double swipe. You can see him by bringing his arm up here, which let me just pause at the right moment. Like here, he's trying to fake the double swipe. Hezzies, fakes the club and just rips underneath. He's doing like 5 moves at once. Like, this dude has a bag. He has the biggest pass rush bag of anyone in the class. Like, no one has a bag that matches him. No one. Like, turn a corner now. Like, he could turn a corner so easily. That's a great rip. Get the rip high and away. But he's still trying to knock the ball down. Like, he's not even trying to get there. It's like, alright. Coach said, knock the ball down. Yeah. Alright, Arkansas. On the right side. Nice. Get him set the edge. Easy. I could probably get like 200 clips of him just setting the edge looking like that. Shamar, no. I should do like a counter of how much pass rush moves he does and how much times he misses sacks. They're looping him again. They're looping him here. And then he is reading what the edge does. Edge works inside, keep working outside, he works outside, stay here, keep contain. But he's looping to contain. Loop. Or not looping, but slanting. Long sticking, I should say. He's long sticking here. They contain, he works inside. Alright, cool. Now I work outside. Look at the ankle flexion. Ooh. Ooh. Like he could say like this is bend. Just misses. Yeesh. Who's this quarterback? Alright. Alright, Arkansas. Doing this whack ass stuff. I hate this so much. So he's faking the stunt, jab step inside, and he gets his hips pointed here as he tries to rip through. He doesn't flip his hips though. Like it's not like he can't flip his hips. Like we've seen him flip his hips quickly. He just doesn't. Like I don't know what to say. He just like actively chooses not to. It's not a question of if he can or can't. It's just if he does or doesn't. Like yeah, kind of gets a tackle in a bad spot because he uses power. He's extremely fast and explosive, which generating power from speed and explosiveness, strong, and he's big, so you get a lot of momentum, a lot of power. Tries to tackle back a pretty good amount. Like, look at Shamar go. I don't even think he knows where the ball's at. He's just hitting him. That's just so funny. So with some schools, what they do, I think he might have running back on this. He's like just focusing on the running back. But there's some players where you could ask them to just like get to the mesh point, where you're not even like reading or surfing or like however you want to say it. You're not like squeezing down, reading the play on any like read option stuff. It's either crashing down, surfing, or with some guys you just ask them just to get to the mesh point. And the guys that do that are generally like high-end athletes, because he's more getting to the mesh point, which he can, because he's Shemar Stewart. Alright, let's go Shembob. I'm just base pass rush, not trying to win. Stab forklift. Now look at this, like hips are more pointed into him, and tackle's like in a horrible spot. Like tackle's getting killed here. I don't think Shamar realizes like he's constantly just killing dudes like nothing. I don't know, maybe he does. Doesn't act like it though. Very humble. I mean, to him this is probably like normal. Like this is stuff that like no one else does, but it's normal for him, so. Oh yeah. 3-tech Shamar. Get him, Shamar, get him. I wonder if that counts as a sack. I don't know if he stepped out then. Like, what are you doing here? What are you doing? It's just not even good. Widening out. As per usual. Widening out. It's a long arm. Tackle is in a horrendous spot. I don't know what he's doing. Like if his hips were pointed into him, you can still keep contained with extension, but you could be working more like here versus up and in. So because he gets kind of deep, he's like, all right, I can't keep going forward because that's I'm just gonna outrun the QB. QB could run inside, so now I'm gonna try to work back inside. And then I don't know what he's doing. He's trying to reach for the QB, but loses contain. I wonder how bad he felt after though. How often he just focuses on getting contained, like he's probably feels like crap. This is horrible. So funny. Like these aren't even like good reps, but they're still really good. All right, step with the wrong foot. Are we stepping with this inside foot? Probably just false stepping though, like more than anything. It's really good lockout. Gets extension. Doesn't really have full control of the block, because the tackle gets inside his chest first. Doesn't have full control, but still keeps his base, and it gets in this position and just spins the tackle around. Nice. Alright. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing here. Like, he doesn't even know either. It's like, oh snap, is it a reach block? Since it's a short step, he's stepping with his inside foot. But now he second guesses, it's like, oh wait, is it a reach block? Because if it's a reach block, gotta be stepping with their outside foot. And I'm working outside, so he's kind of confused, but it's like, alright, I'm gonna shoot my hands. And he just pulls them through and makes a play. Because he messed, or, he just make the play. Come on, Shamar. Like, completely messes up. And there he's like, almost making a play by doing something that isn't necessarily taught. Yeah, see, this is more like it, like on an even stance. Even here, like, because he knows it's a wider, it's probably like what, 3rd and long, 2nd and 10. So he knows it's gonna be like a deeper drop. So he changes his angle a little bit. Instead of him pointing his hips just straight forward and then working inside, you just see on this step, look at his hips. Hips pointed inside to the QB. But he's so long and strong. Like, this tackle's in a horrendous spot, but now it works. Now he starts driving his long arm into the tackle. He's just straight up killing him. Tackle can't even do anything against it. He can't even anchor it down. Like, he can't do anything. Like, he's dead. Like, and it just casually just runs through him. Like, okay. Tackle's trying to drive you out. He just runs through it. Pretty normal, you know? Like, yeah. Definitely could find this type of player on the street. I don't know what he's doing here. Like, what are you doing, dog? Like hezzy into a dip. I don't even know what that is. This little, like, you're not a Backstreet Boy. Like, what is this? Shamar. I would love to coach Shamar. Like, just let me coach him. I'll make him good. I promise. Oh yeah, just him being bad at filling crack blocks. He's horrible at this though. It's tough because he doesn't see the motion. Yeah. And the thing too is, like, if you get that crack block, because the tackle's pulling around it, at this point, cross his face. Because their gaps change. So, like, say this is a C gap. Well, because he's pulling, he's working in. Now the C gap changes. Where this was C, this was B. Everything gets flipped. This is B. Now this is like C. Or I'm probably getting it mixed up. It's probably like C and D. Whatever. He has to work outside of this. But he works inside because D ball, get ball. Alright, Let him tee off a bit. Does this whack ass stuff. It's a 3-man rush. Just keep him contained. Like, this has to be taught, right? I don't really see any other pass rushers do it. Unless they don't teach pass rushing. like he legit might just be making this up. Yeah, he reads this instantly. Like, oh, yeah, QB has the ball. Boom. Gets there. But see what happens when you don't put your hands up and knock the ball down? This is exactly what happens. You don't try to knock the ball down, it gets completed. What happens when you go for the sack? You see Shamar's right. Yeah, stab, club, gets into a forklift. I don't know why I saved this clip. I think the main thing is this. Like, he works his move, but he's looking at the tackle. And then he gets his eyes on the QB. He doesn't do it all at once. Like, do everything at once. I don't know what he's trying to do here. Yeah, so it is taught. Because look at 18 here. Doing the jab step, trying to rip underneath. So, yeah, I might be like repeating myself. I don't have any notes. I'm just freeballing it. But with pass rushes and pass rush bags, a lot of stuff you do is based off of what you're coached to do or allowed to do. So it's not just like, oh, like, you know, this guy doing 10 different moves, like he's better than this other guy, or this other guy who only does like one move is never gonna learn other moves. Like, it's, I don't know, dumb thinking in my opinion. Because from coaching D-line and doing that, you do have moves like you want to work, but then you could allow some other moves too if a player's good at it. Like, if a dude's good at like doing a ghost move, it's like, all right, I'll just let you do a ghost move. Like, cool, as long as you win and like work within the parameters. So like, if your job is to work the C gap, if you do any move that lets you keep your C gap on your rushes, it's fine, you know. Whereas if you do like a spin move or something, maybe the coach will hate it. Or if you just do like a club and rip inside, or if you just keep working inside and losing contain, like, you might end up getting benched for it. And if you get two ways go set up, then yeah, you could like do other stuff. But like, for the most part, like, the coach will be like, hey, here's the moves we're gonna work on this week, or maybe this tackle sucks at this, so, or the way the tackle sets are gonna be weak to these moves, so we'll attack these tackles with these moves. And you can see in other games too, where he is working moves that some tackles might be weak on, but the moves itself look pretty bad. But it's not just Shamar, it's like across the board. Like, they don't really, like, the angles are weird, the like separation and the depth from the tackle is kind of weird. Like, it's just, it makes sense what they're trying to do, it's just how they're doing it might not be great. And so yeah, I mean, any player like Georgia and Bama, like, all they teach their edges for like the backer types is a stab forklift. That's it. So Dallas Turner, Will Anderson, that's all they knew, stab forklift. And their bigger edges like don't even really pass rush, it's more like containing with power. Some schools might teach more of a cross chop, maybe some other moves. Like, yeah, what you do pass rushing wise is going to be mainly based off of your coaching, mainly. It's not always a player's choice, which I think is something that people forget. And even when you get into the NFL, like, you're going to be taught moves that make sense within your skill set. So like, if you're I think Chop Robinson's a good example from last year, where in Penn State, all they asked him to do was just one gap, just fly off the edge. And he could do it because he was crazy explosive, but he more projected as a speed of power guy. Even though I think in all of his games, I've seen him use speed of power like twice. and I'm pretty sure it was like accidental. Like it wasn't on purpose. It was just like, oh, I accidentally ran into this guy, and I killed him, but it was by accident. And so that's part of the coaching thing too. Like Penn State usually does like one gap stuff. Like they're not really like running into guys. When Chop Robinson's best thing is him just like running into you using speed of power. And when he got to the NFL, started using a lot of speed of power, and it looked really good. Like he projected as a speed of power guy. But if you just like assume that he's gonna do what he does in college in the NFL, it's a bad process. Like you can't look at prospects that way. You have to project what they can be based off of their traits and what they can do based off of traits. He's just containing here, but it's same thing, horrible. Like there's no separation. I think he knows he's getting chip block because he's almost like not widening out for it. Oh yeah, and he's not a ball watcher. So another coaching point: you can teach your player to go off of the ball or off of O-line movement. Now, ideally, you go off of O-line movement, but you have your peripheral vision on the ball, which Shamar might have just like bad peripheral vision. Like that might be the issue. He just can't focus on a wide picture. But if you're reading the tackle, when the tackle moves, you go. And if you're reading the ball, you go off when the ball moves, but you might, how you say, it's just tough because like you're looking down, you can't really see what the tackle's doing. You can't see, oh, if the tackle's stepping this way or that way. Like you're looking at the ball. That's why it's better if you just look at the tackle. If it's a run play, it's like, oh, cool. Like I see where he's stepping. Let me match him. Or he's dropping back. Cool. I can just get off. I think looking at the ball would be better if it's more like one gapping. Their job is just to fire off the ball versus two gapping or react attack, where your goal is to read what the tackle's doing and read what the O-line's doing. But yeah, they do a lot of mirror stepping, which means like wherever the tackle steps to, you match it and you play through the tackle. So read the tackle, read what he does, and since he doesn't have good peripheral vision, ball snap, tackle moves, now he goes. That's why he sometimes like lay off the ball versus him like not being explosive enough. And there's some guys who like aren't explosive and aren't quick that get off the ball good, but it's either because they have good peripheral vision or they're good at timing the snap, which Shamar doesn't have. But and in the NFL it gets harder. Like snap counts get tougher. They're gonna mess with you quite a bit. It's the same whack ass. And he kills the tackle too. Like he just like he's not even trying to win right now. This is horrible. It's way too close. So bad. Like he's way too high, way too close. He's just like bench pressing him. He's not even trying to win. He's trying to eye the QB. Doesn't even have vision on the QB. So it's like, all right, let me peek outside. All right, now I'm just gonna push you into the QB. Try to knock the ball down. And chases him down casually. Yeah. Like it's so like horrendous technically. Like horrendous like overall, but he still is just killing tackles just because he can. Like he's just dominating these dudes. Stunt? I think this might be a stunt. Either that or he's late off the ball. He's just trying to make a play. just a little dive. Nah, he definitely messed up. You wouldn't dive like this. Oh, Shamar. Yeah. Slanting the contain. Contain, eye the QB, peek. Sees the QB look this way, so he's like, alright, probably gonna make his throw. Even that fake ass. Alright, top of the screen. Nice. That's some nice Cornering for someone that I don't know what this is. It's whack ass rip. And when he bends into him, he's able to turn a corner better. It's so bad. I legit hate that move. Aw, that's tough. Like, this makes sense. Stab club. Boom. Stab club. I don't know, like, you at least want to make some power. I do think that Shamar predetermines his moves versus reacting to them, which is a little bit of an issue as well. Just because if you could react to moves and like hand fighting and sets and stuff, it can lead to more consistent wins versus just being like, oh, I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you. Because you can do some like whack stuff and still win, and force tackles in the bad spots. But so with the being a forcing winner versus technical winner, like with hand fighting and sets and like doing all of that, like reacting to it, it can be more consistent. It's just what happens when you go up against a guy that's good technically as well. Like if you're going up against Lane Johnson, like how are you gonna put him in bad spots if he's gonna set really well all the time? If you try to work inside or whatever, he's just gonna step back into you. Like try to run outside of him, he's gonna overset, just turn you around the corner. It's like, all right, how do you beat someone like that with technique? And you just, it's hard to, like, unless he messes up. And so being a technical winner is more banking on mistakes. Whereas if you could win in forcing ways, like a Shamar, you know, Myles Garrett, Crosby, Parsons, Sean Gary, Nick Bosa, name a bunch of edges, you know, the Texas boys, the Jags edges, like guys that could win in more forcing ways and put tackles in the bad spots. Even if it's not always consistent, you at least could trust him to win against better players. Just because it's like, alright, this guy's good technically, well, if I'm extremely fast, instead of him just oversetting, he has to overset, and I can work inside. Or if he just does his normal like overset, I can just work outside and maybe beat him. And stuff like that, where the more athletically, stumbling on my words, hold on. And it's a long ass video, but the better athlete you are, the more you can force tackles in the bad spots. And the more you can do things off of it, where now it's easy. It's just like, alright, instead of being like, oh, I have to react to your sets, to your punches, to this and that, it's as simple as this. I run fast, you go wide, I go inside. I run fast, you go slow, I go outside. I run fast, you go square, I run through you. Like, it's easy. You can just simplify into like 3 things. Which, if you're a good enough athlete and you can count to 3, you could be a legit D end. Same with run plays too. Like in run plays, all the blocks you have are reach, base, down. 3 blocks. And pass blocking, but whatever. And in pass blocking, it's like he's gonna, I mean, early on it's different, but like say it's a passing down, which this might be closer, and whatever. Let's say Shamar's wider angle. Tackle sets, his depth is low, you just run around. His depth is wide, you just work inside. And if he's square to you, or giving you like a soft set, just run through him. Boom. Easy. That's it. That's how simple playing edge is. It's like one of the most simple positions. Oh, Shamar, he's trying to knock the ball down. Keep contained. He just completely misses. Let's see. He's widening out. He's trying to do his stab forklift, but gets caught up. Whatever, he's not trying to win right there. Oh, and that's Membu. Everyone's favorite pillow. Nice. He's trying to do a stab forklift, but he gets his hand on his helmet. This is a, yeah, defensive face mask, but whatever. Guard sees, oh, this dude's in a bad spot. Let me help him out. He just tosses him to the ground. That's mean. That's so mean right there. How could he do that to poor Shamar? To our little Pookie. Hey, Louise. Yeah, this is insane movement. This dude's like 280 pounds at least. At least 280 pounds moving like this. Looping like this. He's so insane on loops. Like, he just like minimizes the space. Like, how. Like, if you want to talk about bend or dipping or hip fluidity, like dog, like, that's insane. And it's tough because he's not like the reason why this isn't a sack is because he's turning his hips like this. You know how natural that is? Like, turning it 90 degrees is one thing, or like looping like that, cool. He has to go like that. And he still almost does it. That's such a shame. This dude's an insane athlete. Like, I just can't imagine being low on him. Look at him go. See ball, get ball. Love it. Dude's such an insane athlete. He tries to do his fake ass double swipe. He gets punched in the face because of it. Like, come on, coach. Let them just bull rush a dude. But colleges don't let you really bull rush. They don't really teach power. Kind of whack. If they do teach power, it's more to contain versus to win. Yeah, this one he just loses track of the QB. Because most of the time when you get a set like this, or for him, the wider set, lose the side of the QB, he's trying to look inside, gets caught up. Like, he has no idea. The QB's over here. Even this, is he trying to do it again? He's trying to do his rip underneath thing, but gets caught up because there's not enough separation. He's working here. Like, if you just want to like dip underneath them, or like use a ghost move, or just a rip and dip, you at least want to widen the path. You can't just run into him. It does nothing. Like, you're more trying to avoid his punch, not run into his punch. Like, so whack. Oh, look at Shamar go. Why is he diving here? He's just diving. Alright. Oh, yeah. Just boom. Like, this isn't normal. Like, this is not normal. This type of punch. Dunk. They're up by like 50 points. He's not trying to win. Like, he's killing Mambu. Like, Mambu's in a horrible spot. But he's too high because he's trying to contain. Trying to probably wants to knock the ball down. And we're gonna see his famous clip against Mambu pretty soon. Like, he's not trying to win here. They're up by like 50 points right now. He's just trying to keep contained. It's probably third quarter. Oh yeah, man. 4-man rush. Kind of kills Membu here. Like, dude, Membu sucks against power. I don't think it's translatable. But Shamar. This Shamar being Shamar. Horrible technique. Still drives him back. Uses contain, sadly. Running their stunt here. I guess, yeah. Tackle, backer stunt. But the way they run their stunts is like this. You get off the ball, work inside. So you still kind of end up losing contain a bit. I think they do it on both sides. More just like pushing the pocket. Look at Shamar here, like he's just driving his two dudes back. Let's look at him get off the ball. Even stance. Yeah. Crazy athlete. He's trying to knock the ball down. It's so goofy, man. Like, how could he not love Shamar? And then doing this whack ass stuff again. It's a chop and rip. Hands his foot, boom, turn corner. Tries to, but whatever. Where does he get snatched from? This one, yeah. It's like cool. Like, let's be for real. Like, they're up by like what? 40, 30 points. Up by 5 touchdowns. He's doing his whack ass. I don't know what he's trying to do. Ghost move. And then Memu does a good job of getting his weight on top of Shamar's shoulder pads to be able to pancake him. Jesus. Yeah. Poor running back. And he false steps too. Like he's not even just exploding through. Like he's losing some of it with his false stepping. It's so insane, man. There he had running back responsibilities. Oh yeah, he's just killing Bamboo. They're up by so much points though, like whatever. Just tosses them aside. Just yeah. He doesn't even know the running back's there. It's like, alright, toss you aside, boom. Very normal athlete. Yeah, they're signing him here. Playing through the guard. He just focused on just beating the guard. Or Bamboo, I guess. Yeah. Alright, Mississippi State. Let's see this now. Wide alignment, gets a drive block. So the tackle's coming out to him and he just mistimes it. Wait, is it passing there? Oops. Second 15? Okay, so they're more aligned in the pass rushing front. He's in a 2-point stance, doesn't expect this. Still pretty much, I guess you could say he sets the edge, but yeah. It's a 4-tech. Oh, he's double team. It's a little hard to see. Looks like he sinks his hips into it. He doesn't get pancake, but you don't really want to ask him to play inside a ton, especially on like, 3-man fronts. Alright, they bump him down here. Yeah, it's two gapping over him. Trying to peek inside. He peeks inside. He tries to work outside or look outside. Just loses track of the running back, which is tough. Alright. This might be the first time this has worked. Let's see how this looks from the wide view. Cool. Nice. How quaint. Tackle's being done by just double punching here. Close his feet. Yeah, Shamar just turns a corner like nothing. It's a QB. Falls out. You see what happens when you don't try to knock the ball down? Pass gets completed. In case you couldn't tell, I'm joking. Nice. Run gaps first. Vortec. B gap responsibility. Sees that little step. They're sliding everyone. So he sees that step thing, he's like, alright, play run gap first. Oh, hi-hat. Gotta work outside. Does his whack ass. Tries to do his whack ass rip through. It's like, alright, I don't want to get too far upfield, so long arm, work into you. Boom. He doesn't finish it though, because he's trying to knock the ball down from the backside. Almost falls here. But yeah. Okay, they're slanting him, but still. Great slant. Gains so much momentum. Explosiveness. He's moving. Playing a lot of three-man fronts in this game though. A lot of tight and oaky stuff. This is just him being kind of dumb, I guess. Let's counter. Has a down block. He does get like moved quite a bit. He shouldn't be working. He should be crossing face or something. That's a good rep by the tackle though. Or it would be like, alright, 3-tech Shamar. Running that, I don't know, I'll just call it bug stunt. His job is this, that. How they run their stunts. Watch it play out. Yep, exactly how they run it. Oh, look at Shamar. He's running through him. Try to knock the ball down. Alright. Passing down. Second and 25, yeah. So who cares if they run the ball? Like, who cares? It's a drive block. Alright. It's at the edge, look inside. Yeah. Doesn't want to run over his teammate. Alright. Cool. I don't know what that step's for. But yeah. It's a long arm going. Like, he has so much power when his hips are pointed into him. Because here he's just manhandling him. Like, you're not getting as much power because your hips are pointed here. And you're not really doing anything with it. But he's trying to like scoot him in. And he just does it so casually. Condenses the pocket like nothing. Lose contain though. Oh. Slanting Shamar. Way too high. Because he's trying to knock the ball down. This could be a scoot though. Who's this guy? Crazy. Oh, Shamar. Like, Shamar probably could have had like 5 sacks if he wasn't trying to bat the ball down. It's so frustrating, man. This is good. Long arm. And now look, get your hips to him, drive him back, tries to reach out for the QB. Yeah. Uh, Whatever this is. Chop. When they do it though, it looks like the Mr. Miyagi wax on, wax off. That's what it looks like to me. Like wax on, wax off, boom. Now you gotta flip your hips now. Ooh. Stemming the front. Look at this dude. He was so close to getting there too. I hate spin moves. Like I generally just like hate spin moves, but this isn't even bad by Shamar. Like that's a pretty nice spin move. I'm surprised they let him do one. I've never seen all these clips before, but like I put all these clips together like 2 weeks ago, so I kind of forgot most of them. I knew he spun, I just like didn't remember which game it was. Oh yeah, cool. Just two gapping on this dude, driving him back. Pretty much killing the play. Oh. Crossface, crossface. That's a crazy play. What is this? Jet counter? I'm not that offensive guy. Yeah. I don't know what to call this, but that's a cool play. He sees it a bit earlier. Cross his face now. Cool. Nice. He just learned. I just hate this so much. I'm just trying to just turn a corner on them by just ripping through. Do something, please. So, yeah, 4-eye. He's playing the tackle shoulder. It's kind of like a down block. I know they're reaching him, but when you're in a 5-tech versus a 4-eye, the reads are reversed. When you're mirror stepping, this shoulder versus this shoulder, it's gonna be the opposite. So if he steps here, if you're the 5-tech, that's more like a base block or a drive block. But if you're the 4-eye, it's more like a down block, so you just squeeze it down. And if he tries to like step inside, well, if you're the 4-eye, it's like a reach block. And if you're the 5-tech, it's more like a down block, so you just squeeze it down. So the reads are just like reversed, pretty much. So to him, yeah, they're reaching, he's reaching nothing. Plays inside shoulder, step with them. Is he? Oh, snap. Or is he slanting? I don't want to give Shamar too much credit, because if he's reacting to this, that's a good job. You know, that's a good job if he's reacting to it. If he's slanting, it's a good slant. Good slant step. But yeah, he's just killing the tackle. Like, he doesn't even care about what's going on in the backfield. It's like, alright, I'm gonna win. Play my gap. Be the tackle. Alright, on the left side now, copying outside. Cool. Gets caught up here. It's like even the whack ass long arm stuff, and then when he turns his hips into it, now he's killing him. It's like when you shed, get that rip high and away. It's because his rips, or when he's transitioning from his long arm into his rip, like he could just pull him through. But he just like pulls him through, and then he tries to rip. At least that's what it seems like. Like he's just not doing it at once. And just him. And he's able to tee off. Like, when he's able to explode off the ball, use some sort of speed of power. Even though it's looks like it's a long arm forklift where he's trying to do that, but like, he just, yeah. That's completely normal. Like, very normal. You see this constantly in college. Tackles getting driven back like that, just like ragdolls, and it does the same thing again. Oh my goodness! Just stab forklift, uh, completely, yeah. His again underneath his wrist, but because he's so fast and explosive, like he's just driving this dude back into the quarterback like nothing. Like I don't even think he's trying to. He just does it when things are just like half like decent. QB just throws the ball at 51's head. Doink. Oh no, actually, I think Casillas knocks it down. Nice. Good job, Casillas. Oh, LSU. Okay. We're almost done. Almost done. I might just repeat everything I said at the end. You can skip the end once we're done with the games. I said pretty much everything throughout this. Alright. Stab forklift. But he's trying to contain here. Trying to match the QB. And at the end here, I think it's too far upfield. Like, alright, I'm gonna work back inside. That's the thing too, like playing with depths, where if you have contain responsibilities, where you are rushing off the edge, if you get too far upfield, that's when you can work back inside. It just depends on the set and down and distance, because if it's a quick game, if the QB is like gonna be here, and you get off the ball to about, I guess maybe like 6 or 7 yards, and you can work back inside. Like here. Not really quick game, but like QB steps up, work back inside. Alright. Yeah, he's just killing Will Campbell. Just tosses him aside, being their fullback or tight end insert. He has no clue where the ball's at. It's funny how his mentality switches from passing, or when he's pass rushing versus run defending. In run defense, it's like, alright, I'm gonna kill the dude in front of him. Like, I'm just gonna beat him. I'm gonna win. Alright, I won. But in passing, it's like, I'm gonna be more controlled. I'm gonna do what the coach says. I'm not gonna make a play. Well, I don't know, maybe like the mentality should be reversed. Oh, just containing here. Bring a blitz. But yeah, shoot his hands kind of late there. Same play. This time, the tight end knows, like, alright, Campbell's gonna get dominated here. Let me help you out, Campbell. Let's go, Shembob. Does a good job here. Trying to peek inside. Like, so Campbell's a good tackle. Alright. You can do this like half-assed technique on him. He's trying to do the jab step and then rip underneath them or whatever. Like Campbell's good. Like Campbell knows like when to do his punches. He's good at timing his double punches. Like I think LSU only teaches double punches. I've mainly seen Campbell do it. And like he's good at knowing like, alright, I'm gonna strike here, I'm gonna strike here. Like he'll change up where he strikes, whether it's high or low, his timing, he'll change that up. Like he's good at working with what he's taught or the tools he's given. And even the long arm stab gets chopped down, or Shamar gets like snatched down, but then just drives Campbell back a bit. Shamar could have driven him back more, but he stops because he saw the QB. Like it was that QB's depth. Oh yeah. To the backside. Just run first and pass. Alright. I just hate this so much. Just that whack, explode off the ball, chop and rip. And he's doing it from a tight alignment too, so it's just so hard to win. Now, they practice. Just running a stun at 21-5, run into each other. Hope that wasn't a... yeah. Shamar trying to do the stab club. Like, if you're doing this, like, it's better from a wider alignment, so you can fake power more. Doing from a tight alignment, it's knows where to power. Trying to contain, get his hands up. Jeez. I just look at him explode off the ball. So nice. Let's go to Menace. Eight times he's up good now. Supposed to be a double swipe. Just looks goofy as hell. Like, if he hits the double swipe, but he flips his hips now, well, it's like, alright, cool, you're gonna beat him. You're gonna be in a winning position, but now your hips are here, ready to run. Since he flips his hips after the move, it's like, cool, like, now Campbell has time to recover and just drive you outside. Oh, jeez. Alright, who's wrong here? That's funny. Okay. I put all the funny clips in though, so don't worry. Containing here again. Giving his whack speed rush stuff. Yeah, I'm tired. Yeah, ruins this play. Like, alright. What zone? Chasing that from behind. Oh, wait, it's pass. Doesn't even know that this guy's doing this. Then bobble on the left side. Oh, yeah. Look at them go. They probably like say something where if you have a tight end on your side, you just crash down. The tight end is your side, running back same side, just crash down. It's probably gonna be wide zone or something. Yeah, containing. That's what a lot of stuff is like when you watch any D lineman, a lot of times just contain. He's containing. And it's like there's not really much you could take from those reps technically, or I guess like translatableness. Like so much of it's just containing. Here he's trying to do his whack ass stuff again, 3-man rush. He does move so well and fluidly. Especially for his size. Eesh. Like, look at him get off the ball here. Just wish his head was inside though, because his head's outside, because he wants to be able to see the quarterback. He wants to do it to where his head's outside as he's whatever bull rushing here, speed of power. Which I don't know. I think it's because he has contain, so he wants his head outside, so keep contain, and then work inside when he gets a quarterback depth, like here. It's like you just destroy him. Like this dude's in a horrible spot. He can't anchor down here. He's trying to. You could just toss him aside. If his head was a bit more even, or if it was on the inside, it'll be easier to work inside. But yeah. Tackle stunt. So the looper here, he thinks Shamar's working inside, but Shamar's never gonna work inside. Shamar's a good boy. He has contain, so just condense the pocket. I double swipe. It's punch in the face to him. No, he's getting choked. Oh snap. He's getting choked out there. Okay, that's a good way to stop a pass rusher. Just hit him in the throat. Oh, yeah, he gets torqued here. It's a good job by 50. But he's slanting, I believe. I think he's slanting the 2 gap against him. So, yeah, Emery Jones is just using his momentum. Just tosses him out the club. Choo-choo. Containing here. Yeah. More focusing on his get off and explosiveness. Oh jeez. Here, fall step. He just can't help himself. Always fall steps. Should be stepping with his inside foot. But fall steps, stumbles a bit. Gets hand inside his chest and boom. He's like, he has so much power. Just like pure power, strength, explosiveness, all into one. Size. He's insanely strong. Kind of does the same thing here. Like, it's not even a good base, but he's still just bench pressing Emery Jones like nothing. Oh yeah, I don't know what happens here. Oh, the chip block? I don't know what happens. I think he's slanting, but he just stumbles. Come on, Noose. The Nuss Bus. Oh, this play. I don't know why he's jumping here for. He just jumps it. I don't know what he's doing. I think this is a cross chop. It's a bad one, but it's a cross chop. Another move to his back set. So for these, for the LSU tackles, I made a video on Landon Jackson, which will appear. I'm just kidding. I might not put the whatever you call it up, but made a video about Landon Jackson against Will Campbell, and LSU does teach double punches, and it's usually a lot of quick sets and jump sets and stuff. And so with the double punch, like I don't know what Emery Jones is doing here, but usually with a double punch, or if you're punching and throwing your whole body into it, a cross chop works very well with a bigger guy, because since you're bigger and you're running to the O lineman, I think Skyrim might be a better example. Like, since you're running into him, you're faking power, they're closing a distance between you guys, and the tackle's gonna punch and almost like anchor down and throw his body into the punch, which is one way to slow down power. That's why, you know, power is important. So run into him, fake that power, Risey double punches. That's when you take a jab step and push yourself outside the frame of the tackle and work the cross chop, because his hands are going to be out. You jump outside his frame, so you're working through half of him, knock his hands down with a chop, throw the club in or cross part, knock his shoulders over so you can't recover, and swim over, rip underneath it, whatever, beat him. So it makes sense to use a cross chop. Like, I get why the coach was probably like, yeah, like they're gonna kill the cross chops there. They lean in their punches a ton. And so with here, the biggest issue is he's too far outside. He's too far outside. He's not threatening power that much. Emory Jones is being kind of a dum-dum. And the jab step helps out a lot with you flipping your hips because he's just running straight out. Like he's doing the cross chop, but not any of the lower body stuff or the steps. Where if he took a jab step here, as he punched, it's easier for him to knock it down and to jump with your hips and your legs a bit more square. So when you land, it's easy to just flip your hips. But here he's doing none of that. He's just running straight out. So when he does hit his cross chop and like jump into it for whatever reason, doing slow hop, well now when you land, your hips are pointing this way, so it's hard to flip your hips in the air. Which he tries to do, but it's tough. It's goofy. He's a goofy guy. He lay off the ball. Yeah. Like tackle moves, then he goes. He's not a ball watcher. Ooh, oh yeah. Who's in there? Commanders have no picks. Cowboys if they trade up for him. And imagine if the Giants take him. Only just to stop the tush push. Like, look at this dude. Giants should draft him just for that. Just for stopping the tush push. Like, no other reason. Yeah, he just like misses completely. Just whiffs on everything. Trying to do the cross chop again. This one's a little better. It's his jab step, but Campbell should descends late. Is Campbell smart? He's like, alright, he's not gonna do any power. He's clearly telegraphing he's gonna do a cross chop or something, so punch late, stop him, boom. Oh, bringing a stunt now? Let's watch Shamar. Ear holding this dude. And into interception. He's just playing bowling. They're just pinball or the pins to him. He knocks over like 3 guys. Yeah, this is gonna be such an insane stunter. Alright. Very nice. Alright. This is South Carolina. Oh yeah, hope you guys are enjoying yourself so far. Alright, in the home stretch. 4 more games. Let's go. Playing against Salers. Salers is insane athlete. Why'd I clip this? I mean, he just completely messes with his hands. The usual. Let's watch this from the wide view. Jeez. That's mean. Okay. On the left side now. Oh, he just misses. Because he has running back responsibility. That sucks so much. Oh, he's here. Slanting. Slanting to the B gap. They both throw their shoulders into him. Drive him back. Yeah. Nothing rep. I wouldn't really want Shamar playing on the inside just because I think he wouldn't do as well with double teams. Just keep him on the edge. Like, he's so good. Oh, look at him go. Got a knockdown. Let's go. Boink. Okay, Shamar crashing. Then who's the looper? I don't think they're setting up the 1-on-1 with 18. He's not really trying to win, he's trying to contain. So I'm guessing 5 messed up here. Same thing, like they're messing up good Shamar crashes. Like he's. Unless Shamar's wrong, which could be the case. Oh yeah, just another example where sometimes he just wants to kill the guy in front of him. Like he just wants to just drive the tight end back. He doesn't care about where the ball's at, what's going on in the play. He's not reading anything. He's like, all right, tight end thinks he can block me. Nope. Let me drive you back. More no. This could have been his second sack. That's so sad. The chip block helped him out. The chip helped you, man. Just finish it. Yeah, it's probably one of the few times where he. I mean, now he still fought the screen because the main thing is that he stumbled a bit with this when he caught his feet. He just wasn't sure which way to go. There's a face mask. Get him, Shamar. Nice. Good pursuit. I don't know what's going on in this play though. And you have Zimmer White. Look at them go. Reincarnated. Yeah, just cool. Like if you draw a play on the whiteboard, you're not expecting your tackle to get driven back 2 yards on any zone play. Oh, he thinks the screen or something. It's like I don't know. Like he either thinks it's a screen or I don't know why he's looking at the running back or why he's paying attention to the running back. It's like, why are you jumping forward? You're just overthinking so much, Shamar. Just stop. It's like, whatever, bad hit, head inside, but hips were pointed towards the tackle, so he drives him back. Tackle's in a bad spot. Sees this, and he just jumps to knock the ball down. Shamar. Like, I don't even think Shamar knows what he did. Like, alright, I'm gonna run. Slanting to contain. Hand up, boom. Good thing though is like I've explained so much, I could just go through reps pretty quickly now. Or at least quicker. Such a good step. He's just running through this contact. Instead of trying to win, he's trying to get his hands up. Ooh. Alright, Sellers. Sellers for the ball. But I think they're trying to do a trying to flesh out the QB. Who's 21 then? Might be a good sign for 21, but some teams do this with the 3-man rush where your edges crash inside and you're trying to force the QB to roll out. Like Georgia does this, and they use Jalen Walker as their spy, or Penn State with Abdul as their spy, or Ole Miss with number 4 as their spy. I think number 4 is a Perkins guy. I don't know if he's related to Harold Perkins, but yeah. Like chase him down, Shamar. Shamar's fast. In case you guys didn't know. Like, look at this. He's clearly fast. Oh, gee. Yeah, the coach probably told him something like, alright, if you have a puller here, we're just gonna have you crash inside. Just spill it. And he just overdoes it. It's so funny. All snap. But the tackle hasn't moved yet. Just reacts so late. Or not react late, like he's not reacting late to the ball being snapped. It's more like he's just not paying attention to it. He's just reading the tackle. He just dominates the tackle. Just casually. Long arm forklift. Okay. Him setting the edge, making a tackle. He just hops into this. I don't know why you're false stepping here. Like, you don't need to do that. Okay, false stepping. His bench presses him. Eyes in the backfield, make a play. Alright, here he's on the backside. Ooh. Get him, Shamar. Nice. Okay. Yeah, this dude doesn't want any part of it. Felt it once, was like, nope. Alright, they're just slanting him. Oh, jeez, who gets. Oh, Kashiya's howl. He just dies. This chip. That's funny. I have not been paying attention to the other guys. Just scaring you. That's nice. It'll be a first round pick. Should be. I don't know why Shamar spins inside, but whatever. Like a pirate stat or a the strong side. I don't know, call it storm, sting, whatever. But strong side blitz, blitzing both backers, sending them inside. So when you slant, you take your slant steps and you rip through to penetrate. Because if you just keep slanting down, you just get washed out like this big boy here, and you can't really affect the play. All right, double swipe again. Oh, get him. Get him. Oh, jeez. This ref got so lucky. He's too fast for his own good. Way too fast for his own good. Whose idea was it to make Shamar this fast? Nice. Run into him. Alright, right side here. Good slant. That's such a good job of it though. Just slant step, rip through, penetrate. I don't know who else is supposed to be in that fit, but someone's wrong. Slant through and oh, stumbles. Nice. Like, look at this knockback. Just drives him back a couple yards. Same thing, just knockback almost every single play. Knockback, extension, just kills a run. Easy peasy. New Mexico State now. I don't know who the outside fitter is, but yeah. Should have too much clips of this game. Casual Shamar setting the edge. He steps with the right foot. He still false steps a bit. You can see him just like false stepping. Good extension. Good lockout. Chet inside. Boom. Easy. Yeah, the same whack pass rush move. Oh, oh, he knows the screen. It's like instant. Like, wait, what does he see? He knew right away. He's looking at the guard. Like, all right. I don't even know if he reads the screen. He's just. I think it's because she is how it worked inside. He's trying to work outside to contain, but it's like, oh wait, I ran into a screen. Cool. All right, that one's by accident. Oh yeah, sliding into the guard. Get crazy knockback. Ooh. Bad tackling. That's rough. Shemar Stewart. Oh. You see what happens when you make him read the ball? That's probably what happened. The coach will be like, hey, like on passing downs, like you could like look inside, look at the ball, because they're gonna be flying upfield anyways. He gets tricked now. They're so quickly. Good job. Oh, oh, wait, whoa, whoa, whoa. What's going on here? He hits the double swipe, completely messes it up, but he flips his hips. Now look what happens. Look how easier it is to turn a corner, Shamar, when you flip your hips as you do your move. Why can't you do this from the beginning? Like, why? Tell me one good reason why. It makes turning the corner so much easier now. You guys see that? So frustrating. Alright, Texas, last game. He didn't play in the bowl game against USC. He fills it to screen. Oh, jeez. Nice. It's like right away. It's like, alright. Yeah. Sliding him inside. He's trying to do a little hop. Why do you think the ball's gonna come out now? Oh, he pumped it. Never mind. Never mind, Shamar. You're right. That little pump fake. Ooh. Got him. Got him good. That's tough. You have like bunches here, whatever. Running back releasing outside here. Run gap first, and then cop outside. You're not really gonna win that. Ooh. Nice. Shamar slanting inside. Jeez, alright. Quinn playing a bit ballsy here. I just wonder if he should like just run through this guy. You know, it's part of the like football IQ overthinking stuff. Like he sees this, alright. Probably supposed to spill it. Because the running back or linebacker working here. Shamar is probably supposed to spill this block, but he sees Ewers has the ball, then immediately plants his foot, works outside. But if he just like spilled it on his own, because you have outside help, you have outside contain with 21, he's already working outside. I don't know. It's just stuff like that where it's like he could probably make more plays. It's yeah, good combo. Drop 64, knocking his hips over, opening in lane. It's a tough play for Shamar. Oh, what happens here? That's not bad. It's just same issue. Yeah. Crouch chop, doesn't fake power. Doesn't get him to punch. So he punches late. Doesn't do any jab step. That's the main thing too, is taking that jab step to fake that power, to get him to punch. And to be able to push yourself away. But he takes that jab. It's not even a jab step, it's just a hop right here. He takes a hop. That does nothing. It just makes it harder. Now we need to turn a corner. It doesn't shorten the length to him. And then weapons a Scarian. Just yeah. Gets destroyed there. Oh, this I don't know what's happening here. I don't know what Shamar is doing. Just let Shamar do what he wants. Pirate stunt. Or no, actually. Tackle and stunt. Working inside. Gets to the play. More on the left side. Yeah, just doing the whack gas, just rip underneath. Like, that's not gonna do anything. Seems like they're trying to target Cam Williams with the edges. Which makes sense because he is the weaker of the two tackles. I still think Cam Williams is nice. Or like, he's solid. He just sucked in the playoff run though. Alright, cop outside. Long arm stab, or stab forklift. Just playing the contain. Oh, is that it? What was it? Bunch of Shamar clips. Interesting. So, final thoughts? Anyone? Look at Shamar. Look at that boy. Our boy. Well, yeah, it's about 2 hours of watching Shamar. As for final thoughts, I still feel pretty much the same with him. I still think he's the best defensive player in the class. Ooh, widescreen for me. He's insane. He's an insane athlete. He shows it on film. He showed it at the combine. And so, generally speaking, if you do test really well at the combine, like an elite athlete, doesn't always mean you are an elite NFL athlete, but generally elite NFL athletes test elite. Pretty much how it goes. And wink, wink. And yeah, generally how it goes. But with Shamar, I just feel the same about him. Top player, one of the best players in the class. Felt that way pretty early on, and I think throughout the season I felt more vindicated to say he is probably the best D lineman in the class. And when you do take him, it's gonna be similar to Trayvon Walker, except I think he's a different athlete from Trayvon Walker. He's a bit more fluid, just way more fluid, and so I think people use Trayvon Walker as like a diss to Shamar, but Trayvon Walker is a legit edge. That dude's really good. I just think not enough people watch Trayvon Walker. And to use Trayvon Walker as an example, like, he wasn't really, like, he's not really the main one-on-one guy. Like, the main one-on-one guy is Josh Hines Allen. But Walker could be an elite role player. Like, he's elite at stunts, elite as a crasher, elite run defense. He could push the pocket at an elite level. Like, if you just watch him in a game, he's constantly like driving tackles back into the QB, just casually doing it like almost every single play. But he has a lot of containment responsibility, so he's not really trying to win as much as just push the pocket for Josh Hines Allen. So you have this guy that could be an elite role player, like really early on, and he could win one-on-ones. Like Trayvon Walker can just drive tackles into the ground and like work moves off of it and like do stuff like that. It's just I don't really ask him to, and you don't have to. Like, that's fine. And so I think Shemar Stewart would be best in a similar situation where he doesn't have to be the main one-on-one winner, but he could be an elite role player. He can win some one-on-ones. You could give him some one-on-ones to just like beat up on tackles and all that stuff. It's just in a top 10, like, who could that be? I don't know. There's a lot of teams like Panthers, Jets, Bears. If I want to go earlier on, I think Titans could be that. The Browns, if you want to get a baby Myles Garrett. Patriots could just use any elite talent. The Jags probably won't be a team that needs them. I'm forgetting a team. Giants. Giants would be cool. I like him on the Giants, but it's a bit weird with how their D line's built. Just because of Brian Burns, he's kind of like stuck there for a while. So, but he'll be cool. Yeah, I mean, any team in the top 10 or most teams in the top 10 would be good with Shamar, in my opinion. Like, I wouldn't even like bat an eye if he's taken first overall. Um, Even to some people that would be crazy. And yeah, like he's a legit talent with some stuff to work on. But I think people constantly just treat edges like they're dumb, like just straight up. Like they assume it takes so long to become technically refined, which it can for some players, but some of the elite edges aren't really that technically refined because they're elite athletes. Like I said earlier with Crosby and Parsons, and especially like younger Myles Garrett. And a lot of times you just need two moves. Crosby with his double swipe and a spin off of it. Rashawn Gary with his inside stab, where you just, if you underset, he just went outside. If you overset, he works inside. Soft set or even set, he just powers through you. Like a lot of stuff like that, where you can simplify things based with your or off of your traits. So with Shamar, like he'll probably go to a team, they'll figure out a way to say like, hey, maybe we use you like Rashawn Gary, or maybe find like two moves that work with you that you can just like constantly use and react off of, and all that stuff. Yeah, interesting player, easy player to like eval. Like this should be the easiest eval of any player. Don't get caught up in wins. College game isn't translatable. He wasn't allowed to tee off a bunch. I took away all the plays where he was just like straight up containing for blitzes, because it'd just be saying, oh, he's containing here, which I sort of did at the end. But at least in the other plays, he's like doing something with it, or it's 4-man rushes versus just like they're bringing a blitz, he's containing on the opposite side, he's not really doing anything. What else? Yeah, easy eval. Don't overthink him. And if he does fail, which I think there is an avenue to where he, like there's always gonna be like off-field stuff, medical stuff for sure. But for him failing as a player is if somehow he's like too dumb, which I don't think has ever happened. So you could say that. You could say like, oh, his. I mean, that's kind of it, really. Like, if he's like just too dumb to comprehend football, like that's the only way he could fail. But he could like not be what people expect. Like his stats might not be too crazy in the NFL, just because he might not get the opportunities to win one-on-ones like other high-end athletes, and that's what happens. Like when you aren't a guy that's given a ton of one-on-ones, it's hard to win more. Like it is hard to win more, have better pressure stats, pass rush win rate, when your job isn't to win one-on-ones, when it's more to contain or push the pocket or do this or do that. And so, I mean, that could probably be it. Like if team takes him, it's like, oh, he's our number 2 guy, and we don't really treat him like a pseudo 1 or like a 1B. Like the Texans treat Will Anderson like they're 1B, and then the New Hunters are 1A. Jags, Josh Hines Allen's their 1A. Walker's their 1B. So I guess maybe that. Like he's still gonna be such an insane role player and run defender. Like he's gonna be so useful and so good. It's just if he doesn't ever become great or elite, it's because he doesn't figure it out as a pass rusher, as a one-on-one winner. But he's still worth a top 10 pick, or in my opinion, top 5 pick, even if he doesn't become that great at it. But yeah, I don't know. Just kind of rambling. Spent like 2.5 hours talking about Shamar. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, it's kind of all I got. If you make it this far to me just rambling and saying random stuff at the end. I appreciate you guys, and see you next time. Peace.